You see the guns here. I will be giving all of these away to you guys if you get me to 10,000 subscribers by 2021. To stand a better chance of winning, share the videos we post to more people than others and keep proof. So you can prove to me you have been sharing our content, when you tell me which BB gun you would like. Today's video. What you should never do in Airsoft. If you find anything in this video useful or truthful, subscribe and like so we know we are helping you in one way or another. Now let's begin. Number 1. You should never shoot somebody outside the sport of Airsoft and in between game breaks. You should also not shoot animals with BB guns because they are dangerous and can cause eternal damage if shot in a sensitive organ, for example the eyes. All animals are equal, not one is more valuable than another. If you are shot in the eye you may go blind or lose vision, and this is the same for animals. They need their eyes like us humans, because they have tasks to do daily that involve sight, like getting food and hiding away from predators, and if you shoot them you could cause their death. So do not be ignorant and take this advice while you can, or share it with somebody who may need it. Number 2. Never buy an airsoft gun for anyone under the age of 18 outside your household. You might not be able to supervise. It is important to never do this because once you hand it over, you have zero control over how it will be used and what it will be used for. The most you can do is trust the person you bought it for and hope they don't use it for anything other than airsoft. And if they tell somebody you bought it for them, you may face going to court and prosecution. So to avoid all of this, do not buy an airsoft gun for anyone other than yourself. Number 3. If you live in the UK, never change the color or appearance of the BB gun to make it look real, if you don't have an active UCRA. Because if you don't have an active UCRA you cannot change the color or physical appearance of the BB or airsoft gun. This is done to avoid crime taking place such as robbery, kidnap and a lot more. Having a UCRA shows and proves you have black-colored or realistic-looking firearms for sporting purpose. If you do have a black BB or airsoft gun without a UCRA, you may face going to prison for a lengthy time. Number 4. You should never leave your BBs in reach of children. This should already be known, but we have this anyway in case somebody doesn't. The reason you should not leave BBs in the sight of children is because they are young and don't know it is dangerous for them because they can choke, but why do they put them in their mouths? I couldn't tell you for sure, but they may think it's something to eat. But you as an adult should know to not leave them lying around to begin with. To keep BBs out of reach from children, store your BBs in higher and harder to reach places, for example a drawer, or on top of a desk. Number 5. Do not ever carry a BB or airsoft gun in public, or take them anywhere they shouldn't be if you have not been given permission. Because there is not one excuse you could give to get away with this, no matter how well known you are in the country or if you are of a high status. For example, a soldier, sergeant, or veteran. You will be penalized for this as a normal citizen. The reason for this is because in UK law, you are not allowed to own a firearm if you are not in service. Also, if you are in service but not on your job, you are not allowed to carry or expose your firearm in public property, whether it is real or not. You must make sure you leave it at home outside working hours at all times. This is because not every person you see in uniform will know you are in a force from a glimpse or your intentions, but they will find out once they take you in. Once you are took into custody you will be asked why you had it out, even if it's fake. Because you could have been anybody. But this is unlikely to happen from those in the force because it is made clear that will not be accepted. The public and normal citizens will be dealt in the same way as those in service. If they are caught to have a real or imitation firearm on their person, they will be dealt in the same way, but will be asked slightly different questions like, Where did you get this from? But to avoid any of this happening, all you need to do is keep realistic looking firearms out of public and only transport them if you need to. Forms of need are: you are making a movie, you have an airsoft event, or you are training future soldiers or cadets. Number 6. Now we are going to give you things you shouldn't do in airsoft matches overall. You should never take an airsoft gun to a match that doesn't meet the requirements and is too fast or strong of an FPS than recommended. This is because you may actually hurt those who you are playing against. End up being totally banned from airsoft in extreme cases. You might even face paying fines, going to court, and being put in jail for a period of time. But all this depends on who deals with you on the day. There is nothing to worry about if you do this for the first time, because you will be given the benefit of doubt, and be sent home from the game or be made to watch. You shouldn't overstress, because once you explain yourself you will be taken care of with support so it does not happen again. The first time I did this, the referee made me sit out and explained to me if I don't know the FPS I can always ask and check using their chronograph. But to also make sure I do not do this again, because it will be more than just a slap on the wrist. Number 7. Do not blind fire around a corner. This means do not shoot unless you turn the corner. This is dangerous because you could shoot somebody point blank in the eye, which could potentially kill them if the person has not got eye protection on. If the person does not die, they will definitely risk losing their sight in the eye they were shot. You can never be too careful. If you shoot someone while doing blind fire, your kill will not count. You will be put on a timeout and be given a warning. This way you will be told you have done something wrong and you are being punished for it by making your team work that bit harder, which they will not appreciate. Number 8. Do not go to an airsoft game without your safety equipment. First of all, it is irresponsible and pointless to go to an airsoft game without your safety gear. Are you trying to get hit? There are zero exceptions in airsoft here in the UK. If you do not have safety equipment, you cannot play. It's that simple. This is to avoid you getting hurt and taking the airsoft company to court for suing orders that will put them out of business for not playing by the rules. Safety equipment you can use are goggles for eye safety, gloves to protect your hands, and a full mesh mask to cover your face. You don't want to get shot there, believe me. Number 9. In airsoft you should never not call your hit if you are shot in a game, because some people may not know if you are out and it will cause confusion and spoil the whole game for everyone. Adding to this, you won't look like a cheat if you do call your shot honestly. Most people in airsoft do have recording gear with them to catch cheaters out and expose them to the rest of the players. Even though this method to stop cheaters usually ends in arguments and fights, I would still recommend you try this. There is nothing worse than getting a kill that isn't being confirmed or counted towards the team's score. With recording gear, nobody can deny being shot because the camera doesn't lie. Also, once you have the recording, you can go to the referees and get the player removed for that game. Even though this process can be time consuming, it is 100% worth it. To avoid this happening to you, make sure you call your hit once you are shot, because even though this has not happened to me, I would imagine it is very embarrassing being told you cannot play because you are a cheat in front of your whole team. You will also have to sit out, meaning they would have to work that bit harder, which again will not make you very popular with your teammates because you cheated. Number 10. Don't play airsoft where you aren't supposed to. This means only play airsoft in a place where you have permission, if the place you are going to play is not an actual airsoft field. Here I am not saying don't play airsoft, but make sure to ask owners of private land or parks for their consent before running around and playing. I say this because firstly it is dangerous, you will not know who else is there, and they could get hurt if they are not wearing the safety equipment. My second reason for not advising you to do this is because the owners of the land may take you to court, which will result in you paying a fine, getting a potential ban, and also give an anti-social behavior order. Meaning you will not be able to carry your equipment outside your household by yourself but under the supervision of somebody else. And you will be monitored weekly by behavior specialists, till your behavior order has run out. Places you shouldn't take airsoft guns: schools, religious buildings, public parks, and anywhere else you haven't been given permission. That's all from us for now, but before you leave, make sure you enter our free airsoft giveaway. You can do this by sharing our videos to 5 people or more and subscribing to this channel. If we get 10,000 subscribers by 2021, we will be giving away £400 worth of airsoft guns and equipment. Have you subscribed yet?